Well, hot diggity dog, and welcome back to the Sean Atwood channel. I'm Ron Swanson. It's a daily disclosure. We're here to talk about Julia. Gee whiz, it has been a week. I'm here, mate. Relax, Peter. Chill out, mate. It is you guys are antsy. It's an antsy group today. What is the name of the song? It's Waste Another Lie by the Wellness. So everyone's having a good day. Everyone's having a good day. And apologies for being away this week. It is what it is. But yeah, Jackie, I kind of agree with you. I'm not going to lie. It's been an interesting return, shall we say. But I hope everyone is doing well. Hope you're feeling fantastic. I hope you're making good life choices today, people. And as far as the news goes, there ain't nothing, right? But as far as Julia's going and how she's doing inside, shall we say, I spoke to one of her friends who is in a virtual daily contact with her now. So big shout out to you, sir. You know exactly who you are, my G. And he was talking about how she's hitting the gym, she's staying positive, all this kind of stuff. She's reached out to get some more information from myself so that I can get put on her visitation list. And I can't wait to go down and see her. I really, really can't. I know they're still pushing and trying to, get this bail pushed forward from. How do I get in touch with Julia? Listen, as far as I'm going right now, I'm not releasing anything until I've spoken to Serge and her friends, because I'm not exactly sure what's out there, right? I've tried to catch up on everything. I don't know if her prison number's out there. I don't know what's going on. So as far as me advising you all how to do anything, for me, I know you're all lovely people, but there's a lot of nasty people out there as well. And I'd rather keep as many of them away as possible, if that makes sense. But it was an interesting conversation I had the other day, because she was very upbeat. Not myself with Julia, with the third party. And they said that she was as upbeat as she could be. Serious poems. I have almost finished the web page for Julia on my site, where I'm putting everything. Once I've got it all cleared, our prison number is out. Right, good. Right. So all the information will be on that website. I'll get that live once I'm done with. It might be tomorrow morning. I'll get it finished for tomorrow morning at the latest. And then at least you'll all have a point of contact where you can go and go, right, here's this, here's that, this is how you do this. And I'm sure she would need a hug. I can tell you, I can guarantee she does. Cats up here led us astray. Stay out of the side chats. Watching you, little rascals. So we've got our new Beverly Road show tonight, slightly longer show. Ron's going to be putting in some of his skill sets at the end as well, doing some readings, doing some cards. I'm a wizard, Harry. I don't know what else to tell you. So what else? I think everyone's just in the same boat. I think we're all super concerned. I think we're all super worried. And the one thing that we can all kind of rest assured with is Julia she's hard as nails, and it's kind of weird to say this, right? But if she's in there and she's not being exposed to all of the horribleness and all of the hate that she usually is, and I'm not saying it's a good thing, right, at all, but it's going to be interesting for her to just sort of get away from I know this sounds mad, right? And prison's a bit of an extreme one, right? But the internet affected her a lot. And she couldn't stop looking at it some days. Yes, Mac. I was having the exact same thought process, my guy. I can do it on my channel right now. 1 second. I think KLG is possibly on Sean's channel, but that's fine. I'll get Sean to add her. Don't worry. Yeah, I'm in no way saying prison good. That's not what I'm saying. But you know, I unplugged for a couple of days and then dropped my phone out a window. And oh yeah. Oh yeah, we're not that wasn't the point I was making. She's still I don't think it's yeah, I agree. See, Peter, here's the thing, right? So because she's from Poland and she doesn't have a fixed address, that's what the problem is, right? And obviously if people come forward and say, oh, here's an address, all of these people have to be assessed so that it's the right situation, right? Which you would think would be the more cost-effective option, right? Think about it, Peter. She's of no threat of dangerous or being violent. Sheena, what's happening? Let me send Sheena the link. So yeah, for everyone that thinks I've been ignoring them, I've not been ignoring them, I promise. My phone broke. Dun 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 dun. Sheena, feel free to join. Feel free not to join. It's always a pleasure to have you jump on the panel. So, yeah, Peter. So, I'm not ignoring you, Randy. Non-violent, right? It's not like she's got a plethora of crimes out with this one family. Montana, no. How's Sheena's pineapple? We will find out today. If Sheena doesn't come on, we'll definitely need a pineapple update. Chris, there's nothing major. Like, there's nothing major other than people who finally made, who are on the outside making, touching base with her, reporting conversations, reporting mindset, reporting needs, which I say will be on the website once I get the all clear from everyone. I'm pretty sure that's the stage we're at, Keely, setting up the visitations and things like that. I do believe, but it's very much still a big fat administrative phase, Chris. Like, it really is. Everything just seems to be taking forever, you know? Nah, and again, I would understand. Where's Peter? Let's go back to Peter's point. Where are you, Peter? You little freaking rascal. Where are you? Where are you, Peter? I will find you. Or maybe I won't find you. There you are, little rascal. Right. So, if this was like a crazed woman, right, who was obsessively going after one person after another, or, you know, let's just go with baby reindeer for a template, right? If she was sat outside the bus stop outside their house, if she was turning up places, going to their places of work, all of this, right? But then you've also got to remember, Pete, right, that on one hand, we've got an example of an extremely obsessive fan or woman, if that makes sense, when it comes to baby reindeer. But then in Julia's case, I believe, and I don't know how everyone else feels, and I'm not going to say this is how you all feel, but I feel this is a young woman crying out for answers. And rather than give it to her, Mr. and Mrs. Julia Wandelt, okay? Rather than give her those answers, you've gone into hiding. Gone into hiding, right? And I'll tell you something else, Pete, right? Pete, if the Daily Mail, and Pete, I don't know if you've got any kids, right? But Pete, if you had a daughter, right, who was a bit of a character, okay? And then one day, Pete, the Daily Mail said, Pete, By the way, we've just done a test that alleges that your daughter isn't yours. You are going out and taking a spite test that day. Like, that day. Spite test me up now. Screw you, Daily Mail. Right? Yes. Yes. 2 kids I have. Nice one, Pete. But you see what I'm saying? Like, Pete, if the Daily Mail said one of your kids wasn't yours, you would be like, remember that? Do you remember that scene from Commando where like Arnold Schwarzenegger's gearing up and he's doing all this and all that? That's what you'd be like on the way to the DNA place. All right? That's what you'd be like. Because that's what I'd be like. Oh, I'd be spite testing it, Pete. I'm telling you. Does this mean I will be? Yes, I do believe so. I do believe so. Hopefully this next chapter, this week that's ended and the week that's starting, should be when everyone can start really communicating. Now that may already be happening. Again, Ron disconnected for a few days, had some massive, real personal life stuff to deal with, which is good. And then I murdered my phone. So yeah. See, Pete, it's not so much the campaign; it's the nonsense of her not being from this country. That's not that you not being from this country is a nonsense. That's not what I'm saying. But you know what I'm saying. It's the legality of it all, which is interesting, right? Interesting, right? Because there's a case down in Bristol of a gentleman who arred a young lady, and this gentleman has no papers to legally be in this country, and he arred a person and was given no jail time and an ankle tag. So, if I'm guessing right, if you come here and you are someone and you've no papers, ankle tag, you come over here looking for answers about who you are, go prison. It's interesting, right? It's super cool, right? Nah, honestly, I'm Ron's narky. And I tell you something else. Yeah, I know I'm British. Yeah. I am slowly sinking in this chair again. So we're together. We're going to collectively lower the desk so it doesn't look like I've sunk. Hollywood magic. But it's just mad. It's madness. It's madness. So how are we doing, Texas? How are we doing? Howdy. Do you hang on a second, AJ and Glam? Do you think are hiding something with her mum and dad, and that's why? Do you know what I think? I think everything to do with this is stinky. Oh my god! Someone did. Oh, okay. I thought I said stinky as well. Right. Thank you. No, see, we're not. I'm not going to. We're not. It's not a speculation fest, right? We're not going to do the speculating. But everything's a bit weird, right? Like, it's all a bit weird. In fact, you know what? Let's go to the news. Wait a second. Let me just go and find something in the news that's close to what I want to talk about, so that we can talk about it. Hang on a sec. Okay. Let's look at this one. And let's just remind ourselves. See, 11 days ago. 11 days. This is, oh, Jesus Christ. Colleen Pryor Welcome. Thank you for the subscribe. Subscribe. Right. What is with the size of these adverts, man? Okay. The despairing parents. That is wild. So I tell you what, why don't we just remind ourselves, just a couple of paragraphs of reminding, and then ask ourselves how we would act in this situation. I think that's okay. I think we can do that. Also, as well, I'm going to try this week something different, possibly today, where I might be trying some tiny little 20-minute shows, doing headline stuff, because just cause deal with it. If you don't like it, I don't care. Okay, I don't care if you don't like it, but come and watch it and hate it while you're watching it, Barry. Okay, the despairing parents of a Polish woman who claims to be Madeleine McCann are at their wits' end and have fled their home and got into hiding after their phantomous daughter was arrested in England. All right, first of all, put a 1 in the side chat if one of your children was arrested in another country, if you would go to that country to support them, put a 1, and then put a 2 if you would go into hiding. Let's see. Oh, look at the fluffer. Big shout out to my my peeps with the movement representing. Love you guys. In fact, you know what? Let's just throw this up. Anyone else who wants to get involved, use the QR tag on the screen, get the symbol, join the movement. Every Friday, Surviving Life, the podcast. We love you guys. Be part of it all. Okay. Right, Chris? Interesting, right? All right, so we sort of collectively agree that we would probably at the least want to be in the country, right? So let me ask you another question. If you're going to go to that country, right? Let's say, and here's the thing: do you think that you have to go to that country, right? Let me just get my words. Put 1 in the side chat if one of your children committed a terrible crime in another country, right? Even if it was an unspeakable crime, okay? Okay, let's remove crimes against children. Right? Okay, let's remove those crimes. But if it was if they were saying they were up for unaliving someone, right? Let's just go traditional nasty crime, okay? Put a 1 in the side chat if you would still go to that country to support that child, okay? You know, even if it was something as mad as unaliving of someone. I would, right? And I tell you something, I bet you as the parents of that child in a public unaliving case would get a bunch of hate. You know? So it's kind of odd to me. It's kind of odd to me. Yeah, right, exactly. My child, always my child. You know. So I get that. I get that. Yeah. So that's a bit odd. So why then? Okay. Let's now look at reasons. All of you people that have been putting 1s, all of other supportive, loving parents out there. Now we're going to play reality check. Okay. What would make you not support your child? Horrible crime against children? Probably, yeah, 100%. That would probably be maybe R-ing, you know? But even then, mainly the crimes against kids, right? That would be the one thing that would be the big fuck up. I mean, the big no for a lot of us, right? But bye, go and drill your ma. How about that? Like, what would make you not support your child? Well, what if there was a big secret, right? I would prove I was the parents first of all, right? Yeah, I agree. Like, I agree. And it really feels see, what about we're all saying that the crimes against children thing would be something that would keep us away, right? But what if it's a reversed scenario? What if it's not what your child's done, but where your child is that could lead to something being discovered? Metaphorically speaking, I need to fix this chair. Give me a second. Right? Because I have no idea what a frazzle drip is. Okay. But I am absolutely on board, assuming it's nothing absolutely horrendous or some sort of Reddit like horrible lemon party scenario. Do you know what I'm saying? Frazzle drip. If anyone's looking for a name of a band, Frazzle Drip's a banger. Is my camera? Hang on a second. Oh my god. That is an ick. A wee camera isn't lined up per pixel perfect to its little frame here. All right, there we go. Animal abuse is another, right? But here's the thing, right? This is going to sound really messed. Right. Okay. Then no frazzle drip. Yeah. Brilliant. Brilliant. Brilliant, mate. Oh, yeah. Get some. Absolute gomer. Right. Thank you for the knowledge there. So, all right. All right. Somebody had a good point here. So here's the thing. Somebody just brought up animals too, right? Here's the thing, right? This is going to sound messed up, but like it would probably just be kids. You know, I think a lot of us would, even if it was animals, even if it was the R word, even if it was unaliving, we'd still go and sit in our room and look our kid in the eye. Do you know what I mean? I mean, you wouldn't feel good about it. No, I get what it means now. Okay. I get what it means now. It sounded awesome. It's not awesome. Okay. Not awesome. But thank you for keeping me right on that, because you could have had some fun with that there and clipped the hell out of me and caused me a nightmare. So salut. Um yeah, you'd be hearing them out, right? That's basically the point I was making. Uh but to go into hiding, But again, let's just say the other side of the story here. We're not in Poland. We don't know how dangerous it is in that luxury gated community. We don't know what sort of attention's been brought. We don't know how people have reacted. So, Joburg, what's happening? What is happening? They're both doing great. Thank you. Does anyone know the Red Hulk? Put a one in the side chat if you know the story and the comic of Red Hulk. Put that in the side chat if you know Red Hulk. Wackadoodle. There's some Polish laws are great. Like, you know what happens if you turn up at the Polish border without the right paperwork? That's good. So, yeah, Ivan. Good one. Good one, Ivan. Yeah. Yeah. So Nova basically turns into Red Hulk now when she's mad. She like sticks her arms out at the side and starts to physically change. I've never seen someone change color from the eyebrows, from the forehead down. Like usually people get angry and it starts in their chest and they come up and their neck gets red in their head. My daughter sticks her arms out of the side and goes, "Rah!" And it's mad. And from her forehead down, she just starts going proper Red Hulk, man. And then after about half a second, she'll stop and everything's fine. Great. So that's going to be fun when puberty kicks in. I wish I could go to Poland. Yeah, see, there's a lot of people that are worried about all this. You know, there's a lot of people. Oh, James, that's too. I've got to delete that one, James. Right? You need to be a bit more codey than that, mate. You're not in any trouble. You're not in any trouble. It's just the algorithm reading that. And I appreciate you spreading the good word, but you need to skip. You need to skippity a little bit better. Like literally every descriptive word, you need a new word for now on YouTube. Listen, Ron is just a little bit pink. All right. I don't know why, but he is. Oh yeah, Ron's the same. Ron gets the black eyes and stuff, man. He's well aware of his own. Oh. Okay, yeah, James, exactly. But again, just careful how you're wording some things. Again, not in any trouble. And again, this isn't a Sean Atwood channel thing. This is YouTube. YouTube's great. Algorithm, you're perfect. You are perfect, little algorithm. AI, remember when you take over, you don't. I'm a friend of the AI. All right. Okay. That's anything I worry about listening. I'm from Poland, a master. Anton, what has it been like, the coverage of this in Poland? And did it make the news? And have you seen a shift in public opinion over there in Julia or in the media? If you could sort of give me a breakdown of that, first of all, that would be great, Anton. If you heard that, that would be awesome, brother. Thank you. Is that a massive cat with a tiny person on its lap? All right. All right. Yeah, the Ron looking like he wore lipstick phase was, what words can't be used? All words. Okay. You can't say bums. Like, it's one of them. Our parents are absolutely fed up, all right? Okay. And listen, I tell you what do you guys feel? I mean, just recently she had her own OF. I'm serious. No. Can't be real. Maybe though. I'm not calling you a liar, Anton. I'm not asking you for information, then calling you a liar, mate. I'm just reacting to what you're saying. What? It's not funny. It's not funny. But that's what we're dealing with. Okay. That's what we're dealing with. We've got to go back to the hieroglyphs. Uh-huh. Oh, I think that's one for you to Google. Yeah, there you go. Erica's explained it. Personally, I feel sorry for her. Personally, I feel sorry for her, but she's really known for loads of strange things in Poland. Okay. Is there anything mods, can you start deleting everyone who's not them, just the comments explaining what that means, if you don't mind. Don't time anybody out. Just delete the comments. I'm deleting them too. It's just for the algorithm. So, but again, no one's in any trouble. We're just keeping the algorithm doing its thing. No, you're all right. No sorries. No sorries. Do not worry. We're a community learning, and sadly, we're all a bunch of grown adults who are now at the School of Algorithm. Okay. Welcome to the School of Algorithm. Okay. I feel like you should have a blackboard with all the words we can't say, right? But obviously slightly blurred so that no one can see them. So that would make no help at all. And then the words we have to use instead. So instead of saying, we have to say PDF file. Jeez. So yeah. But again, I don't know. This is just claims. Her parents are tired of so many things going on around her. She really needs psychological and other help. Interesting. It could be. I mean, it could be. That's sort of what I was going on to try and sort of ask you guys. Do you think, again though, why wouldn't you just be in this country for your kid? Nah, sorry. He's almost had me going on a side quest there. Nah, you would be in this country. You should be here. That's where you should be. But would you be? Just keep in mind, we're talking about a situation where there's been times where Julia hasn't been in contact with her mum a year or 2 or a couple of years, maybe it was. I can't remember. And she's an adult. And I'm not saying judge this situation by your own parenting and who you are. But there's been so many cases of people who've done wrong, parents not wanting to stand by them, and then there's the whole element of she brought it on herself that you could have resonating in your head as somebody who doesn't support Julia, especially from a family side. So there's a lot of variables in the code that is this algorithm for this, you know. Laura, so you're talking about the DNA from the bedroom. So this is the one thing that's actually rock solid, Laura, right? She got the DNA profiles. Okay, so imagine your DNA profile is like a barcode, right? Everything you pick up in a shop, different barcode. So this barcode is Laura Nichols' DNA profile. This is your barcode. All right. That's what was already in the Operation Grange report, which was Jerry McCann's DNA, as reported by the Daily Mail, as reported as being in the Operation Grange report on the Madeleine McCann case. Now, Operation Grange are the police force in the UK, or the task force put in charge of finding Madeleine and solving the case. Roughly 13 to 20 million pounds spent. So that it's a DNA profile that they had on file, Laura. So that's what I hope that clears that up for you. And I hope that's what you were asking. If not, apologies. Well, here's the thing, Jenny. Let's take the famous family out of this. Right? Let's take them out of the equation, right? Let's remove the most famous missing girl and the most famous family in the world out of this entirely right now. What are our parents doing? And do you know what? Do you know what? I need to make a coffee, right? So I'm going to do this coffee and stay. I'm going to go and put the kettle on, then I'm going to come back just to keep this thought. Hang on a second. What was the thought process? Oh, I need to write this down. Just give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. Oh no, I think I forgot it. Oh no. It was Julia's parents. Oh, taking away the famous family. Take them away and look at this from what? What was it? What are her parents? Did it. We beat the ADHD, guys. I'm so proud of us. I am so proud of us. This is going to be a good one, right? So just stay there. Just stay there. I'm going to go put the kettle on. Then I'll be back while the kettle's boiling. Also, my neighbor gave me a milk frother. It's ridiculous, but I love it. And it's automatic. Yep. Grab everything. And I'm on. All right. Okay. Okay, everything's boiling. Also, at the end of the show today, I've got a second camera that I'm going to set up for the show tonight that I'm going to test run. So there might be a little treat of some cards at the end of this. Once we're done the show, though, it's just going to be an extra thing, not instead of. Prison number, please, ASAP. Joy, sorry. I think it's public. I'm going to check and find out if it is. If it is, tomorrow I'll put a website page up on my website page up on my website. Are you all right, mate? A web page up on my website with all the information for this. And now that's the kettle boiled. Okay, don't go anywhere. All right, we did it, guys. We did it. Oh yeah. All right. Okay. Right. 1 second, everyone. See, just want to say, all of the stuff that you guys talk about that I can't talk about because it's speculation, right? I would love to talk about it because right, where are we? Where are we? Dun, 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 dun. All right, pretty much everyone's still here. Congratulations, guys, we did it. So, oh, the notes. You're such a good brain. Okay, let's take the famous family out of this. All right. This case does not contain the most famous missing girl in the world or the most famous family in the world. You've got a daughter who, for her whole life, has been heavily, overly medicated to a point where, as a parent, you should be incredibly infuriated at the mental damage that's allegedly been done to your daughter. One moment, please. All right. This is we're playing a scenario here, right? You've got a daughter. For whatever reason, you're not suing doctors who over medicated and could have seriously damaged the mental conditioning of your child. All right. Then in her late teens, she starts having memories. She starts having these. And, oh, and let's not forget about her childhood and how that went. All right. Yeah, this is live now. This is live now. What is an algorithm? An algorithm in this case on YouTube is an AI scripture that goes through and listens, reads, and observes everything that's happening in order to decide whether or not we are the kind of people that YouTube wants. Also, you guys, also content, also everything. The algorithm is what we're all kind of here to. Now, your daughter starts creating these moments with you where you're starting to question her sanity, right? But everything's stemming from a sensation of loss, right? A sensation of not knowing who she is. And over time, you could say that she becomes almost obsessed with trying to get answers. Why in God's name would you not help her get those answers? Like in what world can you justify your own stubbornness and watch your own flesh and blood go down a self-destructive road for answers? And then when she needs the answer that needs you the most, you run away and hide. How though? How how does any of that make any sense unless there's something? Unless there's an unknown variable in the algorithm, right? Sandra, we literally exactly. Exactly. Big shout out Texas. What's happening, Texas? What is happening, Texas? Maggie. Okay. So what could that possibly mean? Right? Because also I'm not pausing because I don't know what to say. I'm pausing to word things. It's weird thinking before you speak. I don't know if anyone else has tried this before in their life. It's exhausting. I'm used to just opening my mouth and just going, do you know what I'm saying? But what does that mean? What does that mean, Trevor? Trevor. What does that mean, though? I'm sorry I can't say it out loud, but what does that mean? I'm not really asking you to explain it either. It's more of like, what does that mean? You know what I mean? Okay. Mm. Do you know what? Again, apologies to everyone. Uh, if you missed the beginning of the show, Ron was off on Friday, off on Saturday, off on Sunday, off on Monday, and then off on Tuesday. But he smashed his phone screen, uh, and everything. I'm not like everything is biometrically shut down in my systems. Uh, you know, so not having a phone is it's a big cock up. So they're acting like a co-parent entity as opposed to anything remotely human. That's a very insightful comment, Trevor. See, really, what we need to do is get all of that Julia's. I'm pretty sure Sheena, myself, I'm sure we've all, between Julia's friends, all got her DNA profile. Okay. In fact, I'm pretty sure we've all got it. Okay. So what we just need this. I need to get back to figuring out this DNA. Because this DNA thing's no joke. And let's take away biological parent from this. Let's just throw in the question: how in the does Julia's DNA have any match to the most famous family in the world at all? Exclamation point. Question mark. Hannah. Interesting. Yeah. Maggie. Yeah, just careful. Yeah, I wouldn't be swearing. Serge, I'm going to speak to Serge after this. See, I would like to be able to have some of the discussions that I don't want to have, that I'm not able to have, because, oh my God, if I just become sick of, if I just become sick of being silenced, hang on a second. Is that what's just happened, Brain? All right. All right. We might have to do a weekly show on, yeah, let me just think about this, because we need conversation. We need conversation, speculation. We need all of it. It's healthy, but not here, not on the mothership. Yeah, yeah, I'm with you, Chantel. Um, but it's all just so weird. Like, it's just so weird. Do a round table, Ron. Is that a way of doing some? Probably not here though. Probably not here. Interesting high voltage. But do you know what? I don't even think this website's the right place for it. Because how we doing? My wonderful fiance Dan. I hope you're feeling better. Having a stressful day. Love you lots. Love you lots and lots. But we need to talk about this. We need to talk about it. So we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Now, excuse me. I'm sinking again. I can feel it. Right? We can talk about that. It is totally sketch. In fact, someone done a video the other day. I wish I'd saved it. Where they went through all the key pieces. Man, just yes, AJ Glam and Crime. Yes. Pick up the baby Yodas. Well, Chris, here's the thing, right? In fact, you know what, Chris? Let me pull up the article that goes with what you're saying, right? I think that's the safest way of doing this. All right. Oh, listen, Daily Mail. Don't give me your crap. All right. That's the right one. Second. All right. So the final analysis of the DNA result led to the most explosive claims in the 3 posts that Miss Wandelt's source, making a perfect match with her DNA to the samples taken from the scene of the toddler's disappearance. The source, who allegedly wishes to remain anonymous, is said to have analyzed hair obtained from the floor of the crime scene in Portugal, as well as saliva obtained from the bed quilt at the scene. After cross-referencing, the source said the result showed a 69.23% match, suggesting a biological connection between the 2 individuals. They also said Miss Wandelt's DNA can fully be linked as being inherited from the father's profile, said to be Jerry McCann's DNA sample. They concluded by saying the genetic evidence strongly supports that McCann could be Julia Vanderbilt's biological father, as the data aligns perfectly with a parent-child partnership. Are we just meant to forget about that? Like, are we just meant to be like, okay, that doesn't mean anything? Is that? Because I feel like if I'm meant to believe that, then we're all just Labradors. You know when you throw the ball, but you don't let go of the ball, and the dog just bolts, and then it spends the next 10 minutes going, and you're standing there like this dumb ass dog, right? Yeah. But again, right? And again, right? Again, this is coming from the Daily Mail, who is not a DNA expert. Okay. I am not a DNA expert, and probably most of you aren't DNA experts. But if we're going by what is printed in the Daily Mail, their words, not ours or anyone else's, what are we meant to do with this information? She's resilient with a soft start, yeah. Yeah. But she is badass. She is badass. Resilient. Resilient is the word. Actually, you're right. Replace badass with resilient. Thank you. That's a much better word. Patricia, so there's been updates from her inside prison. She's going to the gym. She's keeping things very upbeat. People are in direct contact with her. Still pushing for this bail hearing to be moved up. it's just a waiting game. I sent she needed some more information from me about visitations and things like that. So as soon as I can get my ass down there, I'll be getting my ass down there to go visit her. Yeah, she sounds like she's safe. That was another thing, yeah, that I should have mentioned. Ron, who pressed the charges? Somebody had to report her. I don't know. It's a good question, though. Yeah, it was weird though. It's like here's all we need for visitations, and then a week goes by, and it's like, oh, we also need this for visitations, and it's like, let's get it right the first time. Do you know what I mean? Let's get it right the first time. I don't know if I can talk about that, Uber, because I've been talking to loads of people uh, about Julia, and at the moment, I need to double check what I can and can't say. How's her mental health doing? I will ask the contact again. Big shout out to you, my G, about that. But again, if she sounded upbeat and she was trying to stay positive, we can take that as a positive, I guess. Um, she's got a job as well, apparently. So yeah. Well, the court date is set for the 7th of April and then August. But the big thing is, Tara, was there's a big push just now to try and get the bail hearing, which is the one in April, moved forward because she's from another country. She's not have a fixed address. That's what the problemo has allegedly been. Chris V, yeah. See, honestly, it really like I really wish I could just go back in time and make my younger self really interested in genetics, right? Just for this moment right now. You know what I'm saying? Like I got, thanks for the 4 years of religious education when you could have like, really explained what kidneys and that do. You know what I mean? Like really properly done that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, obviously, um, but here. The reason why she was so bad was, yeah, 100%. No, 100% for memory loss, and then for legal reasons, I do not agree or deny the other part of your sentence there. Cat and dog are no longer with Julia, sadly. Mm-hmm. Kaza, we're on it. Don't worry, we're on it. We're on it. I need to get access to a thing that I can't get access to, and it's a pain in the bum. Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second, brain. Wait. So if oh, Ron's just had an idea, but you can't talk. I'm sorry, I can't mention it because this is some sneaky sneakerson. Oh yeah, yeah, Jamie. 100% we did. 100% we did. 100%. 100%. Day one we did that. Day one. Aha. Lizzie, see, I don't know how we would go about telling you guys the results of it though. You know what I mean? Because that family, right, and the supporters of that family are not messing about when it comes to trying to mess with people having discussions like this. Well, not like this. We're doing this really well, everyone. I'm really proud of the side chat today. Oh God, hang on a second. That's good. Yeah. All right. Ron, are you part of an elite group? Oh man, like, yeah, I am not. I would like a yacht though. I think I could really do a yacht justice. Like I really do. I really, really do. And not like a wee one, like an obnoxious one, like a really obnoxious, like, oh, money yacht. Yeah, and choosing another one to take her meds. That's great, Celtic Knot. See, okay, let's have a little discussion about the possibility of a mad rogue judge. Okay, like, let's discuss a hypothetical situation, right? Where go fund Ron a yacht. Nah, because it would nah. Because listen, you'd be like, "Oh, Ron, we found a yacht for 3 million. Let's get that go." No, no, 500 million or nothing else. Okay. Do you know what I really want? Has anyone seen Fear the Walking Dead? The yacht in that turns seawater into fresh water with the solar panels. It can do like 8 knots just off the solar panels with the little. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one I would want. Now, let's do a hypothetical here. You've got a girl, okay, who has presented a lot of information that if people decide to use as evidence against Julia, I'm not sure how well that'll go down, considering how many official documents and how well put together her presentations are, right? And a little bit of me just thinks that see if a judge sees all this, right? And we get a mad rogue judge, not we, this is hypothetical. This isn't even a real situation. That's what you're all talking about. This isn't even a real situation. Do you not think there's a possibility where a judge is going to go, well, a DNA test would sort of, I wonder what would solve all this? Dum dee dum dee. Do you see what I'm saying? What are the chances of that? What do you think? All right, Julia. Deborah, you could be right. You could be right. You could be totally wrong. Just for the algorithm. Maybe. Yeah, they are ridiculous. Like ridiculous. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it is ridiculous. It really is. She really should like like she's so like unthreatening when you see her, right? But she could literally be like a a nightmare. She could be like the Kaiser Soze of PIs. Do you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Just without all of the heinous criming and stuff. But yeah, she could be a freaking legend. So what do you think though? I mean, Laura, that's the problem though, right? Miss Jones. Do you know what I'm saying? That's the problem. Allegedly. Maybe we're wrong. Maybe we're just crazy internet people. Sharon, big up the Australia. See, Nicola, that's another thing, right? How was that not a thing? Okie dokie. Listen, Trump's too busy dealing with the massive, like, cat litter tray of madness that he's got to deal with over there. Like, he's already got a job to do that is going to take him longer than he has got time to do from a country that has paid taxes for him to do it. So, exactly. No, I don't think the chat stopped. I think the chat stopped. So again, the point of this DNA, the fact that this has to be a point in all of this, you know? And, you know, I really feel, and as dumb as it sounds, it's going to sound so stupid, right? I feel like if this was a movie of Julia's life, at some point there's going to be a huge plot twist where she's not walked into their hands, they've walked into hers. And I know that is not what is happening and is a stupid thing to say, but I can't shake that like 1% feeling that Julia is still in the driving seat. I mean, she's probably not, but I just can't help feeling it. Sorry on the Facebook, how many opinions? Dude, Wayne just coming straight out with his pint, spitting those facts. Damn! Big shout out to Mr. Wayne. Enjoy your pint, my G. But yeah, that was just like mic drop. Boom. Yeah, interesting one. You know, but listen, you understand. Actually, let's have some fun with this. Wade, listen, babe. We can't be having, right? Retired individuals who paid tax their whole life. We can't have them having an opinion on Facebook, Wayne. Okay? That's not the foundation of this nation. It is, though. Do you know what I'm saying? It's wild. It's wild. 2,000 people in the UK we've got in prison for online opinions. 2,000. Mad. Hang on. Has any lawyer took this case on re-DNA to get closure on the truth for Julia? The fact that they are trying to silence her and make her out to me wrong. Yeah, that's classic media. That's 100% the media. Look at what happened to her in 2023 with Fia, with Dr. Phil. It's horrible. And like, as stupid as it all sounds, we all just need to. But, you know, I really feel like we just need to all focus on this DNA thing, right? Like, let's be real. If there's anything that we can all collectively do, it's get answers on that. Now, how can we all join together to help Julia? Well, it's hard. It's hard to say, let's rally and all the rest of it. I think the best thing to do is wait until the webpage goes up tomorrow. Because then nothing is being said here and it's just easier to read it off a website, really. Not because I don't want to say it, but because it's better that way. You know what I'm saying? See, the thing is, high voltage. I don't think what a petition is going to do, unless the petition is about earlier bail based off of significant, like, see, this is the freaking thing I keep forgetting. And my website's ProjectROOQ.com. I'll stick it up here for you guys. Anyone in QLD Australia stay safe with a cyclone tomorrow? Oh no. Good night, Christy. You stay safe. Christine, sorry. Stay safe. Cyclones. What? Australia's mad. Mad, mate. Mad. Tiny spiders bite you, gonzo. Tiny, though. Like, I mean, no. Why do you need them? Why? Just get them gone. And then saltwater crocodiles in that. They just call like snappies or something. Or something stupid. Honestly. I freaking love Australia. I wish I could go. It's just so far. Yeah. Well, this is the thing, Susie, right? The media has a massive agenda, and it pushes towards the worship and idolization of these celebrities. They cherry pick the information we find out about them, and it's kind of then the other side of the coin is it seems to be open season on people like Julia, where we seem to get one or two headlines that cover her findings, and then thousands of headlines that cover a lot of allegedlys. Yeah, Alia. It's a DNA profile, I believe, that was taken from the Operation Grange report from Jerry McCann's DNA profile. That's what was reported in this news article here. Let me just make that fit on the screen a little better for you. Oh, balls. Why is this so awkward? Hang on. There you go. So, if we're going by what the Daily Mail has printed, this is what we need answers for. Because if all of this is real, okay, this has to be the metaphorical smoking gun. Like, it has to be. Okay. And again, I'm not an expert. Maybe if we all put numbers in a hat, right? As the side chat, we all put numbers in a hat and I draw out two numbers and then we test those DNAs against each other. Maybe we'll all get a 69% match for being each other's dads. I don't know. Maybe. I doubt it. It sounds a bit unlikely. You know? I'm not an expert. 11 and 1 is 12. Don't know, and don't know. Sorry. Really helpful, I know. Make a list of people linked to Julia's family, also being linked to the family and disappearing of the girl. Interesting. So Ron recently dabbled in tarot, but it's very much like the learner's tarot cards, where all the meaning of the tarot cards are written on the cards, just to learn them. Just because I was very intrigued by the history of the whole set, the deck, to be perfectly honest, because a lot of the more modern corporate, if you will, cards that come out seem to be very new, whereas tarots have been around a long time. So it's just one of those things I'd like to awaken weird. Nice. Well, here they are. I mean, they're right here. £8 Amazon. Do you know what I mean? But what I love are my oracle decks. I've got 3 oracle decks that I use for doing readings on people. I've got the Earth and Bone Oracle set, Urban Crows, and then the Black Mirror set. A very balance of light and dark and neutral responses. So yeah, I've been shuffling all day, man. I've been shuffling these ones. So it's this to me, we can't deny the DNA. But again, what does it mean? What the hell does it mean? I don't know what it means. I'm not an expert. Okay, Wayne's back, people. Wayne is back. Oh, Wayne, I can't put this message up because of the A word. Okay. So if you next time you put a message up like that, put the A with like a, you know what I'm saying? ABRS. Again, algorithm. Why is it that Julia gets arrested as soon as she gets off a plane, but yet certain nasty people have been allowed to live in the same streets as their victims? Wayne, you are just mic dropping all over this freaking show today, mate. Because again, facts. Facts. Oh, you're all right, mate. I can put that one up. My G. just love how much you're loving that pint, my guy. It's so good. Yeah, listen, Patricia, if we can get someone who's got the science brain. Oh no, wait, there's already okay. We just okay. Well, oh man, I want answers. That's it. That's it. We've got to become obsessive about getting answers on this. Okay. We've all got universities in our cities, right? Some of them will have genealogy and things like this. Maybe we can find some other people who know about this to compare the two samples as well. I just think we need to understand what we're looking at. Because what if they turn around and are like, this is rock solid. This means unequivocably this, right? That's what we need. I think Sheena's okay. Big shout out, Sheena. I hope you're okay. Look at that little guy. Look at that little guy with his little ear up. Little dirty guy. Look at the guy. No, me and the Taros aren't. Me and the Taros aren't ready yet for that. Honestly, we're not ready for that yet. But we're getting there, aren't we? Yes, we are, little rascals. So do you know what it is? Awake and Weird. I'm still getting to know them. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I'm still getting to know them, right? We're still at like the chatting online phase, right? You know, I'm still working out if it's a good fit. With the tarot cards, it's a metaphor, okay? So honestly, right? I had to read this about 4 times, right? Because I read it as I live in a world and I said the N word. My brain just as it was scrolling up, that's what it read. And I was like, why is this a confession that's happening? But no, we live in a very sick, a very sad and sick world. Oh, Julia does not deserve more punishment. She's had enough trauma. I pray she feels an overwhelming sense of peace. Mandy, thank you for that. 100%. Any percent of DNA is a relation of sorts from cousins. Okay, Victoria, just here slapping some knowledge, allegedly. Could not be. Victoria could be a mental, just here to throw us all off. I'm not saying you are, but we've got to be. I mean, I'm not saying you are at all. You're probably not. You probably know even more than I'm talking about. But if that's true, any DNA is a relation of sorts from cousins are about 11%. Ah. So yeah. Hang on. Contact the DNA specialist, Dr. Monty. Mods, someone needs to write that down, please. Someone write that down. Kaza. Thank you, Awaken Weird. I appreciate that. It's weird. Tarots are the one thing that I've got somebody that does tarot for me, and tarots are a weird one for me. Like, I take them way more seriously than any other sort of cards. Okay, thank you, Kala, my G. Oh, both of yous. My G's. Cousins are about 5%. So what does that mean? Oh, Nikki Evans. That's an interesting one. Okay, because that's a thing that did happen that I think I'm allowed to have an opinion on, possibly. But I think it's interesting that a situation arose where what happened to that little girl out there happened. I mean, I understand the whole concept of they've suffered enough, okay? But and you know what else? This like I'm going to be honest with you. See if I think we all felt when that little girl went missing that it was so much more important that their parents were at the forefront of trying to find her. I don't think the British public would have tolerated it. I think if there was a body, they would have wanted nothing but that. But I think just the trauma that it did to the nation. I know that sounds mad, right? But I remember when this happened, clearly it affected everyone. Everyone. Yep, Tracy. It's because they've got a fixed address, Tracy. If I'm being honest, it's because they're from this country or have a fixed address here. It's literally a administrative thing, an administrative issue, if you will. You know, the biggest like impacts on this country that I can remember as far back as growing up were the Dunblane incident, then Princess Diana passing away, then 9/11, Madeleine McCann, the Jeremy times where we all stayed inside. I guess the Queen passing, only because it was like, oh, new thing. Also, really sad. Really sad. Okay, Jenny, nice. Not nice, but you know what I mean. Interesting. There you go. I saw earlier today that someone wrote to Julie and their mail was returned. I'll try and get that clarified for you, because that sounds a bit sad. Yeah, like it's just so sad. Oh god damn it. Like what are these things trying to tell us? Oh wow. This is why this is just mad, right? So I'm here shuffling the cards and one fires out. And all day I've been talking, what can we do for Julia? What can we do for Julia? And a card pops out with the word ancestry on it. And it also has an infinity symbol with those two O's up there, which is also very interesting. But the whole concept of ancestry, DNA, right? That's what we need to do. You know, that's what we need to do. For me, it's not about pulling the cards. The cards just do their thing. I know that sounds dumb to all you non-believers out there. It's okay. Just believe that I believe it. But yeah, ancestry, that's wild. Yeah. Again, I wish I was a lot smarter than I am when it comes to things that would help in this. I'm very smart in a bunch of stuff that'll have absolutely no impact on this whatsoever. Um, legal-minded friend, well, legal-minded friends, Carol Cole, what's happening, my G? Oh my God, right? Could you imagine? Right? Could you actually imagine? Right? Could you like? Do you know? Do you know what it would be like? Have you ever seen Peter Griffin in Family Guy get really excited but have to hold it all in? And he's like that's what I'd be like. That's what I'd be like. Uh-huh. And then I'd probably do a lot of like ADHD based pacing. You know what I'm saying? Accidentally getting our 10,000 steps in just around the house. Just, do you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because that would be mad. But I tell you what, when she sells this to Netflix eventually, that's what we have to tell them happened. All right? 100%. 100%. Yeah, Deborah, I hear what you're saying there. Oh, Ron's phone's okay. What do you mean? Ron's phone's okay. Ron's phone's okay now. Let's not wish ill on the phone. Okay, please. Ron has a graveyard of phones on his shelf through there, which one day I'll get repaired. Ha ha ha. That's what I keep telling myself. Well, do you know what? I'm not saying you're wrong, but here's the mad thing. That exact word on that card has been at the center of a discussion since the start of this, right? And when I'm shuffling the deck and I'm reading things out, like what can we all do to help Julia, right? You guys are putting things on the screen at the right time for me to read out whilst I'm shuffling things and things to confirm things in a way that some of you may disagree with, and that's okay. That's okay. Okay, it's okay. Relax. Um, 100%, 100% could be me a star set. 100% could be. So for me, if all of the stuff that Julia has put to the DNA people, Mia, right, is out there. Okay, we've got copies and screenshots of all the stuff that she's used to do these tests. We could then conduct our own tests, right? To double check this. So I think that's kind of worth doing, right? So, oh man, Ron's going to have to learn about doing all this. Okay. Um, because I think you're absolutely right, Mia. I mean, it could be shenanigans, but at the same time, it might not be, you know? And I will say this when Julia done her initial DNA stuff, even though the source was anonymous, she had to prove to the Sean Atwood channel all of this was real. Do you see what I mean? So I'm not saying that's what's happened with the Daily Mail at all, but I can say from my own experience with Julia and stuff where sources have been kept secret, I've had full access to everything. You know, I absolutely everything. Oh, sorry, man. faces off on one today. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying you're right or you're wrong. I'm just giving you my 2 cents for why I would consider Julia's anonymous sources to be okay. But again, only in a previous scenario, could be different this time. I don't know. So I'm just letting you know. Yes, double check everything. I agree. What are the chances they're falsely tested? Could be. Could be. But here's the thing. I'm pretty sure what we can do is take one genetic pattern, another genetic pattern, call them genetic A and genetic B, send them off to somebody who knows what they're looking at, get them to do their thing, and then get the results back from that, and then get them to explain. That's what we need to do. That's what I need to do. All right, I'm going to stop talking about it now, and that's what I'm going to do. I think that's the one because it's out there, it's public. Let's see what we can do. Right? That's what makes sense. Yeah, I think so. Am I talking to myself here? I probably am. Who needs co-hosts when you've got ADHD? That's all I'm saying. All right, everyone, just give me 1 second. Give me a second, everybody. Bear with me, everybody. I just need to go and check something. 1 second. I'll just be 1 minute, everyone. I'm just going to grab another coffee while I'm doing this. I'll be 3 minutes max. All right. Sorry about that, everybody. Freaking Amazon leaving stuff in mad ass places. Right. Okay. So I think just to recap, we're still waiting on an earlier bail hearing for Julia. I know that a lot of you want to be able to support Julia and be in what's going on here, be in contact and all the rest, and I'll get answers and things up on the webpage tomorrow. She has been speaking to her friends every day, at least the individual who I'm speaking to. She's been going to the gym. Allegedly, she's got a job, and in a terrible situation, that's really the best you could ask for, I guess. If that makes sense. Yeah. Just got to stay strong. And that's it. That's all we can do. So, Deanna tests. Spell checkers are mofo. I've not, Samantha. I've not. But the last 5 days of my life have been a bit mad and all over the place. See, Nikki Lee, that's not the message that's not what the card. That's exactly what it means. Okay, from an oracle reading point of view. But it's, when you're thinking something over and over and then you're shown it as clarification, that was the clarification. Oh man, that's hot. I don't know, Eleonora. We were talking about this earlier. What are the chances of us getting like a rogue judge who's just like, all of this stems from this girl not knowing who she is, but then maybe they'll just go, oh, has she got birth certificates or whatever? I don't know. I really don't know. I don't think so, I mean, maybe. I don't know, cause and effect. I really don't know. They also found Casa isn't a bear. No. That is proper mad. All of a sudden, Mac dies of pneumonia. Watch what you're talking about with the Casa bear. What have I missed, y'all? All of it. Today, Joseph, mate, all of it. But it was more of a chitty chat today, to be honest. We've got our new show tonight, me and Beverly, starting, I think, 7 o'clock, possibly 8 o'clock. I'll let you know when the link goes up. A job in jail. Please explain why I'm confused. No, she's not out on bail. No, she's got allegedly a job in jail or something to do in jail like that. She's going to the gym. She sounds positive. She sounds as upbeat as she can be. So, what's the show about this evening? This evening, we're going to be doing a sort of new format. I think we've got a guest lined up for the first section, and then we're going to have a point of conversation. So imagine it being, see, in my head, I want it to be like Hogwarts, right? So you've got a lecturer or a lecturer who comes in and lectures at you, and you can take some notes, and you go away from that situation, and there you go. The next section is going to be like an open discussion, and then the last part is going to be something practical. Tonight, I'm going to be doing some of the cards, doing some full readings, and seeing how we get on. And we'll see how we get on with that. So, Maria Jones, what is happening? Julia needs a judge that listens, nothing more. Yeah. Well, listen, Maria, we just spoke about this earlier, right? See all of the shows Julia's done here, right? Surely someone's going to be all about them, right? So surely they're going to have to, if a judge watches through all that, there's a lot of official documents. there's a lot of stuff there that, like, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen, man. I really, really don't. I really, really don't. Yeah, yeah. So, best news possible, I guess, JC, if I'm being honest. I guess if you're going to have a poop sandwich, at least have the crusts cut off in this situation, I guess. Depends on how compromised that individual is. Laura Jones. Aha. And Laura, I hate to be a pessimist in this scenario, but chances of that, it's quite sad to think of the outcomes when you apply corruption or conspiracy to this, which we're not going to do in an open conversation, obviously, but you can draw your own conclusions from that. Nah, no, the Discord is definitely not that. That is not what the Discord is at all. At all. I've got a very nice private community, and we're just about to shut down the public server because Ron set it up wrong, and there was no mods. So, what else? Yeah, it's the community's for the community. It's not for Ron. The community's its own thing. Ron doesn't even have any say on his main server. The mods and the community all vote on stuff and keeps it good. Samantha, very likely. Yeah. Oh, Lark Hall! Moan the frickin' Scots, mate. Lark Hall. Moan. Frickin' moan the Scots, my G. Right. Yes, 11 we can. What is 11 saying? Yes, we can. Yes. Yes, we can. Why would I tell you to shut up, Pam? What are you saying? What are you causing? You causing the madness in my side chat, Pam? Pam with the ham. Maybe it's a different Pam, but there was a Pam with the ham. I don't know if it's this Pam. But Shannon, okay. Well, does Julia's parents have pictures of her as a young girl? Here's the thing, right? Julia allegedly found some pictures in the back of a like a photo album hidden away, and it doesn't look like Julia. Like, it looks like another child. It's all very odd. Like, the whole story is so confusing. Like, it really, really is. Oh, I beg your pardon. You would need to look for those names, Colleen, within news reports covering the case. It wouldn't be something that I would encourage anyone to hand out over a side chat or anything like that. If that makes sense. If that makes a sense. This chair is driving me mad. My guy. Hope you are doing well, my G. Good to see you as always. Yeah, I can't wait to get here, man. It's been a bit of a spicy hold up. You know what I'm saying? Like, of all the things that could have held you up, it is like the least fun. But much love to you, my G, as always. See you Friday, by the way. My everything sort of went a bit Pete Tong. Raise this desk up. There we go. Everything went a bit mad for me, but you know that, big homie. But we're good. So look forward to seeing you Friday, mate. my G. Yeah. Now, Ron needs to take this shirt off. That's the first thing Ron needs to do. Because it is hot in here. It is hot, man. Like the computer I'm sat beside after a couple of hours of streaming just starts blowing out hot air. Come winter time, awesome. It's like recycled air. Right. Friday's tomorrow, Ronald. Yeah. Still Friday though, isn't it? Oh. All right. Yeah, but it's still Friday. Like, even though it's tomorrow, it's still technically Friday, right? Yeah, man. What is going on? Where is this piece of hair? There we go. All right. So the DNA thing, that's got to be the focus for me now. I know I keep saying it. I genuinely thought she was going to be out by now. Like, it's just crazy. So last 10 minutes or so, everyone, hit me with some questions. Let me know if you've got anything you would like me to answer. I don't know. All right. While we're doing that, anyone who has just got here, you can educate yourselves on the Daily Mail and what they say about this DNA. And I just hope that sometime this week or early next week, we at least get some progress with it all. Yeah, so if you guys have got any questions, just let me know. Give it a couple of minutes. Yeah, a lot of people talking about my hair getting pleated, and somebody was talking earlier about getting it braided and stuff. Yeah, I'm pretty sure a couple of braids and that's fine, but it would just drive me mad. They're just normal mug size. It's just normal Dan mug size of mug, classic mug. All right, with no sugar because calories. But yeah, throw out your honest opinion of it. See, that's not why I'm here, though. I'm not interested in if that's who she is. I'm interested in her getting the answer she wants. And that's not me being snippy with you, by the way. I understand it's a good point of discussion. It's just me personally, I can't answer that one. Side chat can though. Thoughts on Trump's address and him wanting to pass laws to unalive people who unalive cops. See, this is an interesting one for discussion. Because when it comes to like substances, it's a lot harder to plant an unalived cop, right? Than it is, say, some of the sniffy sniffs. Do you know what I'm saying? See, unaliving's a bit mad though, right? But is it though? Right? Because but again, when in doubt, do you know what? Cause and effect. When in doubt, always ask yourself, what would Norway do? Okay. What would a country with the statistically lowest reoffending rates in the world do? Because what do you want from prison? What do you want? What's the result you want from a prison sentence? you want the person coming out rehabilitated and going back to society, paying taxes and functioning? Or do you want them broken and destroyed and have learned a brutal lesson, shall we say? Yes, Melissa, yes. Because that's a good question, cause and effect. What are you talking about, Casabear? Are you making thirsty emojis? Can someone screenshot that for me? Get that. Yeah, that is going on a mug right there. Someone send that screenshot of Casabear right there. That is, you are dunzo now, mate. When's Tam's birthday? I'm passing a law that if you unalive a cop, you get unalived. Oh God. I don't know. I don't think that's a good thing. My question is, sorry, Ron's just flipping out here on cause and effects broken Ron's brain with this one. Like broken my brain completely. Ron, can we all get in I don't know if that's how it works. Sadly, Pam. Oh God, my hair makes my face itchy. I don't think how it works like that, sadly. Well, here's the thing. Like a cop would have to not be alive anymore, right? Oh God, I don't know. Do you know what? I'm taking the fifth. I'm taking the fifth. Yeah. Cause and effect. I take the fifth on that one. Thank you very much. I would like to refer you to my attorney. Nailed it. If you'd like to ask my attorney, just write it down on any piece of paper, fold it up, and put it in any waste paper bin that you find, and that will get straight to my lawyer, and they will get back to you post haste. So, I'm worried about who would come out if they would be able to blend into society. I definitely am missing the first part of this. Okay. I'm going to speculate about what your question's about. Could be about aliens. Okay. Could be about, oh, listen, GC, maybe you work on genetic koalas, although it's with a K, right? Maybe you're warning us of a genetic super race of morphing, shape-shifting koalas. You know what I'm saying? If not, let's make it a thing. Cops have had it bad over here, I guess. Truth. Trump wants to. Yes, I hope this is true. Right? I hope this is true. And this is what I'm here for. This is what our Trump office is about, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we're here for. Yes. Yes. I would can you imagine? Could you imagine Canada's face? Yeah, I know. Obviously, it's not. It's not. It's not a real thing, obviously. But that's just a banger. Like that's an absolute banger. Ron, stop you. Yes, it's the end of the show. I'm definitely going to be carried away. It's the end of the show. Okay. I'm against the unaliving penalty. See, I kind of am too, right? But it's such a bigger discussion than just a one-word answer. Because I feel like we have tried this imprisonment before, right? We've been going and going with the whole lock people up, treat them like animals, release them, expect them to do better. And it's failed miserably. Miserably. It's allowed for criminality to become part of the culture in many countries when it comes to prisons, gangs, and in many cases, in some countries, the gangs are more powerful inside the prisons that control what goes on outside of the prison. And as mad as it sounds, it has to be about rehabilitating people. But that's what it has to be about. They serve their time, they lose their freedom. But at the end of that, they should be able to function in the society. Right? I mean, that's, yeah, oh God, but then it gets complicated, mate. Honestly, I'm glad I'm not the guy who has to make all of these decisions for the world. Because I'm telling you, one bad day, people, I would have one terrible Sunday morning and I'd be passing some legislation that no one's seen coming just because I was in a pissy mood. All right. Like, I just think there has to be a different way with crime and punishment. And there are countries that do it differently. And I do believe San Quentin, yeah, I did actually, Chantel. It was awesome. It was really, really impressive. I'm going to be honest with you. Really, really impressed. People are going to be like, what the hell are they talking about? Freaking pancake. And don't get me wrong, there's some mad prisons in Russia where it's basically about brutal punishment. You know, China. Loads of countries have a bit of a mad take on it all. But if we just look at a country as a business plan, right? It makes more sense to have adjusted, high functioning members of society, even if it's before or after an incarceration, to better the business, right? And if you've got somebody who has gone into prison for a few years, you know, maybe non-violent, non-crazy crime, and he's been had the living crap beaten out of him, and he's feared for his life, and he's been extorted, or whatever can happen in these places. How are we expected to take the notion seriously that the prison system cares about the prisoners when they can't even protect them from what's going on inside the walls of the prison? Oh, Nikki Lee, we've not got enough time for that one. I think any animal that attacks a child needs to get dealt with. Sadly, I'm sorry. I know that sounds really, really harsh, but people first. Sorry. Oh, sorry, dogs. I love you, but people first. People first. Yeah, we're literally just at the end of the show, mate. Just so you know, it's only the last sort of 15, 20 minutes we've digressed. Yeah. See, it's weird. See, see the grown-up, proper, debatable discussion on incarceration, rehabilitation. It's frustrating because you want to have a different set of rules for some criminals. No, we're not. No. What do you think we're talking about? I don't know what you. We're not. I'm not talking about Julia. Just so you know, right now, we're not. We're not. We're talking about. Somebody asked about Trump signing an order that if somebody unalives a cop, that person should then be unalived themselves, and it kind of sent my brain spiraling about that. Then I sort of asked myself about incarceration and rehabilitation, which nobody asked me to talk about. And then for the last 10 minutes, you've all been listening to me drivel on. Congratulations. So, yeah. Now, I'm going to go and get the show planned and up for this evening. I think it'll be 7 o'clock. I think it is. I think it's 7 o'clock. If it's not 7 o'clock, it'll be 8 o'clock. So, yeah, thank you all for being here. Thank you all for being awesome. Thank you all for supporting me. Thank you all for supporting the Sean Atwood channel. Thank you all for just being yourselves. Thank you all for supporting Julia. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. You might see me change up the format a little bit where we've got a Julia update with some other news and the thumbnail changes a little bit. So just be wary of that, because it's sometimes good to have a chat, jump into a different headline, come back. It's, diversify a little bit. You may also see some shows this week starting where there's a 20-minute show. There'll always be this show, but there might be like the odd dotted morning show covering headlines that I want to play around with some new formats. So just prepare yourself for that. And listen, thank you all for being here. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Thank you all. You're legends.